Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my channel. If you're interested in my top 5 foundations to cover hyperpigmentation, and you can see I've got a lot of it, then please keep on watching. So today I'm going to first start off with powder foundations. The first one that I recommend, and I'm going to apply it to half my face and then I'll finish with my favorite, is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Custom Finish Powder Foundation. And this is what the palette looks like. It comes like this. I have mine in the color 240 Quartz. And it comes with a sponge like this, and it's got a white side and a black side. I'm going to use a white side. Let me bring you in a little closer. So let's try this on this side of my face. You can see that I have all this hyperpigmentation here. Okay, what I find about these powder foundations is that it does a great job of covering my hyperpigmentation. Look at that. It doesn't cover it all the way, but you just kind of press. And it does a nice job of covering all my hyperpigmentation. Now I do like to put it right under my eyes to use as a concealer as well. And it does look a little drying, but look at that. Look at how well it covers. And it may look powdery at first, but your natural oils will come through and it'll help it look a little more skin-like in just a little bit. If you find that it's still too powdery for you, then you can use a setting spray. But look at how great my skin looks. Doesn't that look awesome compared to this side? So on Sephora, it says this is a creamy powder foundation that synchronizes with skin and self-refreshes nonstop for a just applied look and flawless finish for up to 24 hours. I really do like this. And once I put on the rest of my makeup and put a setting spray on, it doesn't look as flat. So this is one of my favorites. So let's try this side. For this side, I got my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. I have mine in the color Y35. It's got the same kind of powder on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on this side. See how well that just does on covering it up? Now this is a little bit more yellow for me, or orange for me I should say, than this side. I think the Shiseido color matches me better. But look at that. Look at how well that covers my hyperpigmentation. Now granted, it doesn't take it away 100%, but I don't expect anything to cover my hyperpigmentation 100%. That would just be unrealistic unless I want to be caked on. But see how great that looks? Now let's try the black side. No, let's try, I'm just gonna layer that on. So there's that side, the Shiseido, and here's the Makeup Forever. The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation says it's a full coverage blurring powder with a lifelike matte finish that blends and breathes with skin for a 12-hour wear that never cakes, flakes, or fades. So they both wear pretty well throughout the day, and I do like it. Right now I know I look a little flat, but once I put makeup on and put my setting spray on, these both look beautiful. So those are my first 2 recommendations. Let me go take this off and we'll go on with my next 2. Okay, so the next one I want to recommend is this one. This is the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. It says this is a long-wear foundation infused with hyaluronic acid and light diffusing microspheres for a blurring effect and a skin-like matte finish in 40 shades. So for this one, I just put a sponge, and I'm not going to put any concealer on, but I just want you to see how it covers the hyperpigmentation. And these are ones that I reach for when I need my hyperpigmentation to be hidden for long periods of time, or if I'm taking pictures. So I'm going to put a little bit more on, and I'm not putting concealer on because I just want you to see how that wears. But look at that. Compared to this side, and then you got this side. And once you put concealer on, it's even better. So there's that one. That's my 3rd recommendation. My 4th recommendation is this one, the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. This one says it's a full coverage, transfer proof, oxidation resistant foundation that lasts for up to 16 hours with the natural looking matte finish. So you'll notice that all of these are matte finishes because I do have oily skin. I'm going to put a little bit onto the back of this and let's see how this works. Look at that. I do have oily skin with major hyperpigmentation. This color is a little orange for me, but I just want to show you how great that covers the hyperpigmentation. And once I put setting spray on, look at that. Isn't that good? This side is the Tom Ford, and this side is NARS. I happen to reach for the NARS more than the Tom Ford because I think it does a better job of covering my hyperpigmentation. But when I use a concealer, it's great. So there are those two. And all of these wear for long periods of time, just so we're clear on that. Now, let me take all this off and then I'll show you my last recommendation. Okay, the last and final foundation for me is the DIOR Air Flash Spray Foundation. This is my favorite foundation. It's an ultra fluid water resistant foundation that blends full coverage with a lightweight formula providing airbrushed perfection for up to 12 hours. Now the reason I like this so much is really it is an airbrushed look, which I love. Now I did a video and I'll link that up here where I'm comparing this to the Sephora spray foundation. If you're trying to decide between the two, I suggest going with the Sephora brand first because it's, I think, a third of the cost. It's less than half the cost, but this is my favorite. So let's shake this up. I have mine in the color 3.5N, and they suggest spraying this onto your brush, and then look at that. It covers everything. Now this color is just a little too dark for me, but that's okay. We're doing family pictures soon and I'm going to be using this foundation because it's so pretty. I should probably get a different color during the Sephora VIB sale that's coming up. But I want to show you how beautiful this foundation looks. Okay, so that's with one light coat. Now take a look. So to cover my hyperpigmentation some more, I'll just take a little bit more. I don't even use concealer with this because it does such a great job of covering the hyperpigmentation. But look at that. I think that is gorgeous. Okay, let me finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, as I'm editing this video, I realized I didn't record my outro. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 picks for the best foundation for hyperpigmentation. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations down below. You know I'm always looking for the best foundation color or best foundation to cover hyperpigmentation. I will be having another video coming up of my top favorite foundations, not necessarily for covering hyperpigmentation, but just for my skin type. So there you have it. Thanks so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.